Good morning. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Day. And I wasn't going to do a video this week because I have planned other things, other videos. And I was meditating in the other room. And this is usually where I meditate, right here. I kick back in the chair and close the door and often put music on. And today it was in the other room. And someone said Confusionism, not communism, not Confucianism, it's Confusionism. And as you know, isms are mostly not good. Anything that's an ism has a propensity to be anything not good. Confusionism is a new term from the other side for political parties. The Confusionism Party, which is, of course, it's a Republican Party, and that's a good one, and the Aghast Party. If you read a book, no one ever says, I'm aghast at what happened. But that's going to be the Democratic Party. He didn't say that. He didn't do that. Yeah. And at some point in the future, the Republican Party as we know it is done. It no longer exists. And it's been diverging away for a long, long time. At one time, bipartisanism in an issue was common. Rampant, you might say. There'd be an issue that was good for all. They would all vote for it. It would pass. The president would sign it, become a new law or a bill or a provision or something. And conservatism is skewing. That's what I'm hearing. Conservatism is skewing the numbers. And as this different philosophy between the Democrats and Republicans has grown, it has done so at the same speed with which the haves and have-nots have grown apart. Have-nots want. The haves don't want anybody to have a piece of the pie. And their biggest worry is not global warming. They don't give a crap about that. Or polluting the air. Or educational problems. Or even medical problems. Their problem is that they want to own everything and they don't want anybody, they're afraid of losing what they have, which is of course ridiculous because as we know, money passes from hand to hand in the family. Well, the Trump family, there's a good example. His father did this, he did that, his son is being raised in the image of that, of his father. We call him the weasel in chief. I heard that the other day and I thought I couldn't believe I'd heard that, a weasel in chief. So the schism that's happened is economic, maybe philosophic, because as the haves, which are a small group of people really, 1% of the country owns 90% of everything. It might be 2% of the country own everything, but it's a small percentage. They're not going to let that go without a fight. As a matter of fact, they're expanding. That's why at the last minute, all these stupid laws have been passed and people have been pardoned that are from this percentage group. He's not pardoning a day laborer down there that hit somebody with a shovel and went to jail. He's pardoning thieves and liars and scoundrels, polecats. Why? Because they protect their own. So as the haves and have-nots there's way more people at the bottom. It's kind of a struggling small middle class, and then we have this upper class that seems to have a stranglehold on everything. Laws are enacted not for you and me, because, as you remember, only the rich people can get elected. You got to have millions of dollars to run for office to get elected. You can't be poor and get elected. How many times am I going to say that? Only rich people get elected. Rich people protect their own. Laws are passed to enable them to do it. Believe me, all this isn't coming out of me. It's coming from the other side. They're saying maybe the weasel in chief is coming from me. I thought it came from some other place. Confusionism depends upon belief. And most people living today, until the last 4 years, believed that the government was telling them the truth. They were never telling you the truth. Excuse me. We're not going to edit. They revealed what they wanted you to know. And if you wanted to know any more, it took groups that infiltrated, hacked, spied to expose these things. They don't want you to. This is why they're having meetings with closed doors. They have a meeting on climate problems. You can't control climate, although a lot of people say climate control or whatever, global warming. We're going to have a big meeting about global warming, which involves everybody, even the tiniest little mouse and cricket needs to know what's coming. But we're going to shut the doors and have it. We're going to discuss this among ourselves as to what we're going to do. I can already tell you what they're going to do. Nothing. Not a thing. Obfuscate, because the Confusionism party, look over there. We'll pick your wallet while saying look over there. It's play acting. Someone gets up and starts protesting and pounding the table about something. They're just acting for our benefit. Ooh, he's really concerned. He's really concerned. That's not what the vote says. The vote says that he's not concerned. So that's what's called Confusionism. You say one thing and do another. Joe Biden will change things, but again, the people that give him power are the people with money. Poor people, our vote counts as one vote. These people can buy votes. They can shift reality by running $1 billion worth of ads saying that ice is actually hot. Confusionism. Oh, we don't need that. We don't want these watersheds. No. We don't want to build ponds that might protect land from getting from soil erosion. We don't want to do that. Poor farmer would suffer. Truth is, they're not interested. They want to feel that gold coin in their hand. And can we blame them? Yeah, we can blame the hell out of them, but it's the way they were raised. Young Baron Trump, as you see them walk along, he's looking to his daddy for answers. This is how it's passed on. We model after our parents or who we work for or relatives that have something. We model them to get what they have. It's a party of Confusionism. Now, the Aghast party has been doing a lot of play acting there on their own. We're not going to get stimulus checks? Of course you are. You knew it before you said it. There's a negotiation going on. Everybody knows that was in that room with the door locked that at some point they were going to come together on this right before the new year because their jobs are in jeopardy. They don't want to lose that $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year job and $1 million worth of speaking fees, and their wife and son, who's not even born, is on the payroll. They don't want to lose that. So they will come together for the greater good only if they have to. Science has tried to stay above the fray, you notice. But they've been told to do things they knew weren't right. And people resigned. They just put somebody, a puppet, in a place. And then he said, yeah, let's do that. Reinforcing the weasel in chief's ideas of the world, which are, from my standpoint, too twisted to even talk about. The funny thing is, Confusionism is his fault. Going to drain the swamp. Heard people talking about it when he first ran. They're going to drain the swamp up there. Are you stupid? That swamp's been there since 1776. It's not going away. You have to learn to deal with the swamp. I'd believe it if you said we need to learn to deal with the swamp. We have too many people in office. The government's too big. The government's too nosy. The government's in our business. Somewhat. And he's not going quietly. Meanwhile, sowing seeds of dissent, straight from the other side, sowing seeds of dissent. Why? Because it suits his purpose. He's not running for office again. He didn't want it the first time. He got it in a fluke because he kept saying, drain the swamp and make America great again. His two big slogans that'll be, I hope, chiseled somewhere on his tombstone, above his head. I drained the swamp. I made America great again. Never were two bigger lies told. All men are created equal. That's right up there with that. If you believe that one, then you probably believed he was going to drain the swamp. All people are not created equal. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different level of ability. And people say, well, no, that means equal opportunity. That's not what it says. That's not what it says. It says all men are created equal. Doesn't even mention women. Women are not even on the radar. All men and women are created. How about all people are created equal? It's still a lie. All people should have the same chance. That would have been nice to have been in there. All people should have the same opportunities. That would have been nice to be in there. But they skipped it. We've been trying to rebuild it ever since. Some success. Anyway, welcome to the new age. Confusionism. The Confusionistic Party. Because the only chance that party has of ever seeing the White House again is to lie their butts off. Someone will come up with a neat slogan, get a red hat, put it on there. People say, "Who? He's the president. He wouldn't lie to us." Because that's what I grew up thinking. The president went on television when I was a kid, said we should set ourselves a goal to go to the moon and come back in this decade, which was totally unheard of. He shocked everybody. No one thought it was possible. Little struggling NASA over there. They pulled it off. So there's a guy, of course, he wasn't around for it. They murdered him. assassinated, maybe. Yeah. But he set a goal, and everybody got in lockstep. Everybody was on the program. They didn't know how they were going to do it, but they were going to do it because he said they should, and they did. Today they say stupid crap like I'm going to drain the swamp, and the swamp it's deep now. You need hip waders to get through that swamp, and a machete to cut the weeds back. Party of Confusionism. They're all acting. They're all acting, pounding the desk, saying, we'll not give another stimulus thing, blah, 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 we'll not do this, we'll not do that, and then they did. For their own survival. Not because your kids will have clean air to breathe and they won't have lung issues, which is what's going on now. Kids are having lung issues because the crap they're breathing is crap. Our water will be clean. Our skies will be pure. Everybody will have their loans wiped off the books. It's Confusionism. That's partially right. I believe some deal will be made to reduce the load. But these people took that money and spent it. They signed the dotted line saying, I want that money to go to college, and they did, and they owe it. And anybody making up something about, they was too big a debt, didn't they sign that piece of paper? If I sign a paper for a house or a car and I decide not to pay it, they come and get it. What's the difference? They're students. Students are the smartest people we've got. They're fresh off the farm. They're bright. To say they signed this and spent the money, and a lot of them didn't even finish their degrees. They still owe it. I see some of that's going to be wiped off. But I don't want to hear anybody saying they don't owe it. Because they do. It's amazing to me. Every generation in America is just so bright you can't even talk to them. I like to seek out young people and talk to them. I was talking to one the other day. He was 18, got his first new car. It's a used car. It was, it's 98. I know the car because I owned it. It was a great car. And he got a dandy of a deal. It's a light blue color, and you never saw that color. And every one they ever made was crap and came apart. Except maybe on one day they made this one car. It's the only one I've seen forever. Looks beautiful. No dings in it, no scratches. So we were having a talk about college and cars and stuff. And it's amazing how bright they are. So they knew when they signed they wanted 100,000 or 200,000 or 500,000 or 50,000 that it was a debt. Oh, we didn't mean it. Yeah. Now they're acting too. Of course they meant it. They wanted to get the goodies. They borrowed that money to join the 1 or 2% that have money. That's what motivates. You got to have the do-re-mi. I think that's a song written by Woody Guthrie. If you want to go listen to an interesting song, you got to have the do-re-mi. I'm not sure it'll explain it, and I'm not going to take time to do it, but it's a political song. Doesn't sound like it, but it is. Got to have the do-re-mi. I haven't listened to it since forever, 40, 50 years. But I'm going to go listen to it now. I hope you enjoy the Confusionism party, but get ready for lines that don't make sense, that are meant to confuse you, where they can reach their hand in their pocket and get it, or control you to do something only they want to do, which is hold on to the money. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.